Welcome to Speedway Harley Davidson. Today we're going to be taking a look and a ride on this pre-owned 2022 Street Glide ST. And this thing already done have some upgrades. Y'all know I'm all about that. So real quick, before we pull off, let's do one last quick walk around besides the B-roll footage that y'all just enjoyed. This bike already has the Dominion Collection upgraded on the bike, and it definitely makes it pop. The bronze colored footboards, you got the bronze colored brake, you got the bronze colors right here for your passenger pegs. You also have the bronze shifter right there, as well as the bronze grips. Another upgrade this bike has had already is the handlebars have been done. So let's take her out for a spin and give you my thoughts. You're greeted to that beautiful display in that Harley Davidson bar and shield. We gotta accept the warning. Boop. I always like to throw my bikes in neutral. Before we pull off, we're in neutral. Click down your run switch and ignition. She's fired up. That torque immediately out of that 117 motor. I've ridden another Street Glide ST, but it didn't have the bars done, and I will have to say I like the feeling with the bars, the taller handlebars on here, and I love the styling of these Z bars. Let me let them over because they're going to come over no matter what it looks like. While we're sitting here, let's take a quick look at the display. You got your navigation right there. You hit home, you can go into your music, which you can Bluetooth to this as well, or you can go over to your phone if you have your phone paired. The display is very bright and vivid. I can see everything as far as the navigation going on there. Let's get her moving. And while the display is touchscreen, you have these two controls located right at your thumbs that you're able to go through the different settings, such as putting it back on the home screen. One thing I will tell you right now, based on the bar placement and my height, the mirrors on here are pretty much useless for me unless I look down. I can't really see out of my rear views, but if you're a shorter rider, I feel like you'll be able to see those. Or if you just basically, with these handlebars, remove the mirrors and put some mirrors that are flipped down on here, or just change out your mirrors, you should be good to go. All right, so let's see how she handles these turns. In the corner, I will say the bike feels extremely good, and I love the way these grips feel over the Harley Davidson stock grips. I'm not a real fan of the stock grips. I like it because it has a little bit of texture in it. The bike's riding like a brand new motorcycle, and that's because it is. It only has 800, did you hear me? 816 miles on this baby. Now the Street Glide ST is that performance bagger. And to be honest, while I'm out here riding this bike, it does not even feel like a bagger. It feels light, it feels nimble. I know that sounds weird. Nimble on a bagger? Are you crazy? Yeah, it really does. It feels nimble. It's handling the curves tremendously well. The good thing about it is, while it feels like it may be a lowrider's type of motorcycle, you got storage back there. I got bags if I want to put some things in. Looks like the previous owner definitely did the upgrades as far as styling with the bars, the grips, the floorboards, the rear floorboards. The only thing I'd say this bike needs to complete it is a set of either full exhaust or slip-ons, and probably a different seat. I've never been a fan of this solo seat that's on the Street Glide ST. I'm just not a fan of the solo seat. It's not the most comfortable. It's not horribly uncomfortable either. I'm assuming that the person who previously owned this particular motorcycle had no issues with the seat, or they probably would have changed it out. Now, if you're out there looking for a Street Glide and you're looking at the Street Glide Special and the CVO Street Glides, and you're looking for that middle ground, a ST would be the perfect option for you if you can go without the heated grips or the custom paint job that comes with the CVO and some of the other amenities. This bike has it all. It has the 117, which is a great starting point. Not even a starting point, it's a great point for a performance motorcycle. You definitely feel the increased foot-pounds of torque coming out of this motor. You're going to get 117 foot-pounds of torque out of your Street Glide Specials with the 114 motor in it. This one with the 117, you're getting 127 foot-pounds of torque, and you definitely notice the difference. And where do you notice the difference at? In the throttle response. See, it's extremely responsive. Now, the Street Glide Special is responsive as well, but this one is more responsive than that. You definitely feel it. I am loving all the bronze that's on here. Bronze floorboards, bronze grips. I don't see why they don't come with all those bronze accents from the factory. But guess what? When you get a pre-owned motorcycle that's already had upgrades such as bars, and bars are not extremely cheap to do. Win-win for you. You're getting the bars, you're getting the grips, you're getting the floorboards, you're getting all of these upgrades that match perfectly with this vivid black and bronze performance machine. Man, that bike feels so nimble. Now, I am 6 feet tall, and I feel extremely comfortable where the bar placement is. My arms aren't raised up too high. They're at a comfortable position where it feels like I could be on the bike all day long, out here riding it, having a good time, enjoying that torque. The bike handles the corners tremendously well, and you wouldn't think that just raising up the suspension a little bit would change the way a motorcycle rides as much as it does, because it definitely changes the way this bike feels over a Street Glide Special or your Street Glide Standard. I'm not loving the exhaust note because it doesn't have any pipes on here. You definitely got to wake this motorcycle up and put an exhaust system on it. The good thing is it already has the high flow air filter on it, so you don't have to do that. You throw some slip-ons on here or get you a full exhaust system, and you're going to wake this motor up and this machine up even more. Now, out of everyone watching the video here today, who all has ridden a Street Glide ST? Comment down below if you've ridden one, and let me know, what are your thoughts on it? What do you think about the motorcycle in general? As you can see, this year Harley Davidson is definitely focusing on performance. I feel like they started last year, but they're definitely focusing on that performance. You got the Street Glide ST, you got the Road Glide ST, you have the Lowrider ST, you have the Sportster S, and now the Nightster. So you got quite a few motorcycles that are all about performance without sacrificing the comfort and usability of having a bagger. Like, you still got your bags there, so you can still do some touring on this bike. And while you're en route to your destination, if you want to hit some of those twisty roads, you can do that on this motorcycle. Now, with this bike being under 900 miles and it just came out in 2022, you know that the bike is still basically new. This particular unit is extremely clean. I'm not sure if you saw it in the B-roll, how much this paint job is shining. I have not seen a single flaw on this bike. You already got the upgrades. So if you're looking for a Street Glide that's already had some things done to it, some type of upgrades, this may be a perfect option for you right here. All you do is you come pick it up, you throw some pipes on here, and you're ready to roll. I love finding these jewels that you find from time to time. When you come across a pre-owned motorcycle with extremely low miles, already has had some upgrades on it, still is basically a brand new bike, rides amazing, was well taken care of. You can't beat that, especially nowadays. Finding a jewel like that nowadays is rare, and they don't stick around, trust me. Oh yeah. This baby moves. And this bike's ready to roll. We're coming up on a Harley right here. People are out on their bikes today. Sometimes when you're on one of these STs, you don't want to just ride aggressively all the time. You want to just sit back and cruise. And this bike is perfect for that. Now I can get out here on every single bike in the dealership and tell you all about it. But what good does that do you if you're not having the opportunity to ride these and see what your thoughts are on them? So if you're in the Concord area, swing by the dealership, go out on some demos, experience these motorcycles. See if what I'm telling you is true. Find out if this bike is extremely comfortable, torquey, you could take it to the twisties. Find out if all of those things feel true while you're riding one of these. Find out if this bike is as clean as it looks in this video. Don't wait till tomorrow to come check this one out, because I don't think it's gonna last very long. Let us know your thoughts of the bike down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like and share the content. You may help someone find their perfect motorcycle. But we'll check you out in that next video. Ride safe.